This podcast is an independent project. It is not affiliated with KQ Entertainment or the group ATINY and does not claim to be.
Yeah, break the wall with our feelings. Spread it all around. We're the gorillas. Welcome to Cromercast. I'm Ava. Okay, so this is Cromercast. I'm Ava.
And I'm Yuna.
Today we're gonna talk about the Break the Wall tour in the US.
Because we both finally got to see them live.
Yes, I went to Atlanta day 2.
And I was in Phoenix.
I was in section 107, so I was right across from the catwalk in the seated area.
I was sector VIP. I ended up being second row back from barricade. I was on the right-hand side of the stage where the catwalk meets the extended stage.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
I got Hongjung Booty Shake in 4K. Y'all can check my Instagram.
Yes? Do you want to start or should I start?
You're going to talk about set list, and let's start with set list, because then we can just kind of set list outfits bounce back and forth.
First comment right off the bat, these men are nerds, but we already knew that.
Oh my god, the Star Wars references in New World, please.
Yeah, and not even just that. The Ring is a Lord of the Rings tribute song, and Rocky is a Rocky Balboa tribute song.
I'd also like to mention that the day before Break the Wall in Phoenix, Songha himself was recognized as a master by the official Star Wars Twitter.
Yeah, Master Jedi.
On my way to the tour, that tweet dropped.
Okay, so in terms of like the official set list for the North American tour, we opened up with New World, and then that went into Answer, and then Sector 1. We got a VCR, then The Ring, Hala Hala, Dazzling Light, Mist, Sunrise, My Way, a Ment, Illusion, Wave, Win, another Ment, Horizon, a VCR, Say My Name, Cyberpunk, another Ment, I'm the One Heat Topping version, Rocky, Wonderland, Gorilla, second to last Ment, Turbulence, Celebrate, Ending Ment, and then the Real. Overall, I think it was a really well-rounded set list. I feel like when I saw it first on paper, it wasn't working in my head, but like experiencing it in person is really different.
It was incredible. I don't know why, but the second I heard the opening like chime for Answer and I heard San say Kumbe Haja like a thunder, I started bawling like a baby. Overall,
I think. Oh, sorry. Continue.
overall, I liked how it went fast. It like hit you like a ton of bricks. It slowed down.
Yeah.
Hit you with a wall again, and it was slow. And then they ended on probably their most fun song that they have.
Yeah, they even though the official set list ends with Turbulence and Celebrate, arguably like some of their more emotional songs, even though Celebrate's a little happier, it is like an official ATINY song, so it makes it emotional. They kind of like round it out by coming on with The Real as an encore stage.
There was one song I was thoroughly surprised was not on the set list.
Which one?
Star 1117.
Yeah, I was surprised with that.
The fact that they pulled Turbulence over Star 1117, but I also kind of understand because they had Celebrate in the set list.
Yeah, and I was also surprised that Rocky was the only song from Fever Part 3.
I'm surprised they didn't do Deja Vu.
Yeah, or at least like Eternal Sunshine with Illusion because they pair really well together.
But
like they just have that whole section of really cute songs.
But
like I know but
we got Horizon and Mist.
Okay, yes.
Our
Mist
two favorite B-sides of all time.
Yes.
Horizon and Mist, and we got them.
Yes. Mist made me cry, and as soon as Horizon started, I kept saying, "It's Yo Song time."
When Horizon came on, I was that annoying person on the pit, screaming the lyrics.
Oh, I was screaming the lyrics to every single song on this set list.
It was really bad. I admit I wasn't doing the fan chants because I was too busy screaming the lyrics. But
I don't
let me defend myself. The last time I forewent the fan chant for screaming the lyrics, I got noticed by Hongju. So
well, I don't think I noticed anyone doing the actual fan chant except for in Gorilla when we all decided to do the break the wall part.
because that's so fun.
Yeah, like there are some songs I know fan chants to, but um also I'm autistic and my brain hates change. Um
Okay.
so once I memorize the lyrics, I can't memorize the fan chant. Or at least it's very hard for me to.
Oh no, that's completely fair.
Um I like I'm the One Heat Topping version, but I don't like it more than the original.
Oh, I
But
love
I
it.
think it was really cool as like a chill in between song.
It is
'Cause
much better live.
it is much better live, and I even though Hong Joong said it was kind of harder because there's less choreography, I think it was a cool moment to give them where like they can just interact with ATINY.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great moment for them to just kind of relax, and it was like a chill. It was still hype, but it was chill, so they could like get
Yeah.
the interact. I let's that'll happen. We're gonna talk about interactions during heat topping version in a minute.
Oh, when they came out on stage in those orange and gray outfits, I know you're gonna talk more about outfits. Actually, before I say what I was gonna say, we should probably move on because I think I've said what I needed to say about the set list, except I I don't know. This set list made me feel really fulfilled because even though there were songs I wish were on there, it was really well rounded. Like it made a really good show. And also I got to see Mist and Win, which are like two of my favorite B-sides of all time.
I wish they had put thanks on the set list, but that's purely selfish.
I mean, I wish they had Inception on there, so
Damn, we really are Fever One hoes, aren't we?
yes.
I would kill to see Inception live. I really would.
Yes, because okay, I don't know if we talked about this here. Um, my first song as an ATINY, like that got me into ATs was Answer. And so my first comeback was Thanks and Inception. So those like hit really hard for me. So I was like really sad that they weren't on the set list, but it also makes sense why they weren't.
No, there was something that I was sad that wasn't on the set list too, because I genuinely was excited to see it. But I whatevs, it's fine. I'll see it
Which
someday. It's
one?
Pirate King. I'll see it someday.
Yeah, I really wish they added Pirate King, but it's okay.
They had the whole set. Imagine they had done like they done with Win, and then they did Wonderland, and then they did Pirate King with that giant pirate set.
Ooh,
Because
yeah.
they in Kingdom they could like, oh, you can pick your first win or your debut song. Hongjun, why did you pick Wave?
They should have picked Pirate King.
You should have picked Pirate
Like
King. You could have come out the gate swinging.
the thing they did was with Wave was very creative. Do I listen to Wave Overture on Fever Epilogue? No.
I listened to Symphony Number 9 Wonderland like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah,
It was in my top 100.
it's really good.
I just need Icon to give them the rights for 5 minutes so they can drop the Rhythm Ta stage.
You can sing a naughty nigga rhythm top.
Ding 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 ding. Oh, we're off topic so hard.
Oh yeah, we went on a big tangent.
Goodbye.
Do you want to talk about the outfits?
Let's talk about the outfits. So there were four main outfits that we got during this entire tour that I want to talk about. The first being the red suits because I am a San stan. Um,
His whole back was out.
listen, I was really because I had been seeing like concert spoilers. I was really excited. I was watching one fan cam of Sun. I'm like, oh wow, his vest is really low, and then he turned around and I went, oh whoa. And
Yeah.
but what I want to
No,
talk
because
about,
that was the day after he said he was gonna wear more clothes.
aware.
Exactly.
Oh no. Um, that was the first look I got at the at the actual outfits, and they were the red outfits. And then I got to see the red outfits up close. I think the red fabric was textured. At least some of their fabrics, the fabrics that
Yeah,
they had
I think
was.
some of the suits were like a velvet or a velveteen.
Yeah, they were definitely not just like a satin or like a matte. They were definitely not matte,
Yeah,
which was
and
really
like some
nice.
of them, the red was textured, and then some of them, the black was textured.
The only thing I missed about them not about them wearing those suits was the fact that they didn't really have any of the like the military inspired motifs they tend to have.
Yeah,
But I still liked them, especially
at
in
least
Phoenix,
not with
because
our specific outfit rotation, because I know there's two specific outfit rotations that they had during the tour.
yeah. And I'm really sad we didn't get like the military inspired ones because I love me some military inspired ATs. But I loved the suits, especially in Phoenix, because it's giving folklorico, it's giving like mariachi band, but in a good way. It's like
Yeah,
it's giving like
it looks like a phoenix.
it's giving telenovela love interest, and I'm like,
Oh
give me
yeah.
that. All of them did. Another suit I actually really liked, and I love him, but I'm not the biggest fan of him. I loved Yuno's outfits this tour, especially that red suit.
Oh yeah, had very good outfits this tour.
Yuno was
They had
like,
him dressed to the nines.
oh, they had him. He and Mingy this tour were like best dressed,
Yeah.
save for one instance, and I'm going to talk about that next, or actually after. Because we
Okay.
went from red suits to, I believe we went to the blue,
Yeah, it was the white and blue one.
the white and blue velvet outfits. Mingy,
Mingy.
never wear those pants again, please.
Why not?
I don't know if I can handle that again.
They look comfy, not
They looked great on him. They looked great on the blue velvet looked great on everybody. I didn't realize that San had just full on cutouts in his shirt. So I see him
Yeah.
walking down the stage and I'm like, "Oh, half of his shirt's missing." Okay.
One thing about those outfits is that um Jungho's getting bold. Because at least Atlanta, he was like pulling apart the cutouts on Sun's shirt and stuff like that.
Yeah, he said if I'm not going to expose myself, y'all are going to expose yourselves.
Yeah, literally.
Though his stylist has been getting bold too. Have you noticed? His silhouettes have been getting slimmer.
Yes, I have noticed that. He
It's
hasn't been wearing as many layers.
in fact, we've seen him in t-shirts multiple times this year too.
Yeah, I'm glad he's been getting more comfortable in his style, it looks
I
like.
think he's realizing just how much ATINY likes how he looks physically, cuz I know he saw the reaction in Kingdom again when he walked out in just the nipped vest and like the rolled up sleeves, and we all saw that, we all went, "Whoa."
Yeah, and I don't know, I feel like they're starting to like let go of like, oh, he's the baby type idea and like actually start letting him dress his age.
It's like watching the transition that IN made in Stray Kids,
Yeah.
because they
And
are a
it's
group
like,
full of hoes, and they were like, okay,
yeah,
IN, come join the ranks. And ATs are kind of just like, oh no, he's baby, he's got to stay back for a bit, we're just going to cover him in these giant coats, and we're just going to give the scraps of fabric over to San, he could put them over his titty, one titty broadcasting rule handled.
literally. But also like we're not saying like we want him to show more skin, but it's just nice to see him like get more comfortable because
Yeah,
I know
it's
a
not
lot of people
necessarily that we want
get kind
him.
of
We were both on the same train where we don't necessarily want him to show more skin. We more than anything, it looks like he's getting more comfortable
yeah, because we
with.
both know that like he prefers to be more covered up, which is fine. But it's nice to see that he's like dressing himself for his body more rather than like trying to put on so many layers, if that makes sense.
Don't expect Chongo to pull a full Wano,
No.
but I like to think of it as, you know how what's the member of G Idol? She doesn't like showing a lot of skin, but she dresses her body type very well.
Um,
Is
I'm
it
not
Shua?
sure.
Is it Shua?
It might be Shua.
I think it's Shua. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not a huge into G Idol, but one of the members of G Idol, I know for a fact, she does not like showing skin. And she
Yeah.
wears full suits, but she dresses her body well. And I feel like we're finally entering that Jongho era where he's not necessarily showing more
Yeah.
skin. He's still in suits, he's still in his jackets, but he's wearing like more fitted clothing. He's wearing like maybe he'll forego a jacket. He'll just wear a shirt and a vest and a tie. You know,
Yeah.
he's
It's kind of like how Hongjung also doesn't like showing a lot of skin, but he dresses himself very nice for how he's built.
oh, very Hongjoong. Let's talk about Hongjoong this tour.
Hongjung's fits were so I would wear them,
We
is
got
what I'm
skirt
saying. They're
Hongjoong in
very
real
cute.
life. We got skirt Hongjoong in real life.
We did.
And the fact that I feel like he picked that.
Oh no, he probably did.
Honestly, the red, gray, and the orange, gray, and black outfits were probably my favorite outfits of the tour. One, because of the entire cyberpunk stage. Two, two, because of that Hongju fit. The goggles, the armband, the skirt, the pants, the booty shake, everything.
This is what I was gonna say. They were my favorite outfits. But at the concert, I don't remember if it was in the middle of Cyberpunk. I think it was, because that was the stage that they came on with the orange outfits. Chloe tapped me on my shoulder and showed me a picture of Vector from Despicable Me
Oh, because of his goggles and bowl cut.
and the orange and
Yeah. No, my
yeah.
my one grievance with those out, they're my favorite. I love them. My one grievance is I'd love to look Hongjung dead in the eye and go, did that breathe at all?
I don't think it did.
No, because it looked like it did not breathe. And I was like, oh, ooh, we're in
I like
Phoenix. It's
I
hot.
like
Ooh.
I liked the Sunghwa's outfit for that one because it had like a jacket and then he had like a tank top underneath and he got to do like a little shoulder moment with the choreo for Cyberpunk.
I don't want to talk
It was
about it.
cute. I liked it.
Um, I also really liked Wooyoung's
Oh,
outfit.
oh, oh, yes.
That like
The woobies were woobying.
painted on tight fitting spandex top with the cutouts
Kitty window.
was beautiful. And
I am a simple person.
he looked amazing and
He
he
did.
knew
He was
he
feeling
looked
himself.
good.
He yeah.
Especially during heat topping. Did he freestyle in
In
Atlanta?
Atlanta, yeah.
Because he did it right in front of me in Phoenix, and my little dancer heart went.
Oh yeah. My eyes were locked on him basically the entire time during heat topping, except for when I was looking at Sunghwa and he was kind of dancing like a dad at a barbecue.
I don't want to talk about Songhua during heat topping.
He was having so much fun.
For you guys, for me, he was destroying my entire career.
No, I'm sure he was doing actual freestyle when I wasn't looking. Um, but every time I happened to glance over at him, he was kind of going feral. Oh yeah, Sam was freestyling a lot.
Pulling the tank tops back out.
Oh yeah, he had the tank tops.
Okay, I'm convinced that before he went
Scandal.
on stage in that outfit, I guarantee you, I good and goddamn guarantee you, he was he was backstage doing push-ups because no way.
Oh yeah, his muscles looked really nice.
He
Him and
was
Yosong.
he and Yosong were like jacked. You know, those two were like doing push-ups right before they went out because they both had sleeveless tops. And
Yosong's gonna be the death of me.
they were like, all right, let's go. Let's murder some ATINY today.
Yeah, and they did. I'm no longer living.
Ultimate will murder indeed. Lastly, the thunder outfits.
Yes,
The encore outfits. Those I'd wear like all of those.
yes, and the merch was very cute. I wish I could buy it.
Me too. I'm honestly my goal is to get those thunder sweatpants and a thunder t-shirt because I just really want them.
I just it was just kind of a little funny coincidence. Hongjung and me basically had the same pair of jeans on.
You guys did. I remember seeing your concert outfit and going, "Oh, those look familiar." Oh,
Yeah, with the little rips on the knees. I highly doubt they're the same brand, but it's just same style.
they look very similar, and I slay.
And I was dressed as Illusion Hongjung, so I guess it worked out.
Yeah. Speaking of concert fits, Can I get a
Oh yeah.
rundown of your fit, Ava?
Yeah, we can. Shout out to Taylor Kobopop. I commissioned them to make me a hat and a top. The hat was inspired by Hong Joong's hat from Eternal Sunshine, and the top was inspired by the robe that he wears in Illusion. And then I had some light wash jeans and my chunky filas and a
Ooh,
fuzzy bag.
slay. Like I've seen
Yeah,
your
I kind of wanted to have like little pieces of white going down.
I've seen your fit on Insta and you looked adorable.
Thank
The top
you.
was so flattering on you and it was so cute.
Yeah, I really liked it. And I'm honestly gonna keep wearing it throughout winter because it's really warm, but it's not too warm.
That's good. Yeah. That's gonna be really cute
Also,
actually.
if you ever want any handmade crochet wear, please hit up Taylor.
We're
They're
not
at Kobo
sponsored,
Pop
but
on. No, definitely not. I'm just shouting them out because I love them. They're at Kobo Pop on Instagram and TikTok. I'm not 100% sure if they have a Twitter. And their shop is at Kobo Pop Shop.
we're gonna link them down below too. So if you guys want to go check them out,
Oh
definitely
yeah,
do it.
definitely. All of their work is amazing, and they do stuff like hats and gloves as well as like tops and like dresses and like everything you can think of. If it's wearable, they probably make it.
I love that. I'm thinking about it.
I'm gonna commission them for one more piece, hopefully for my mom's birthday, because my mom loved the hat.
Aww. Yeah, crochet
So
is
we're
not
gonna
really
match.
my style. You and I had two completely different aesthetics for the AT store, so
Oh yeah. Okay, what was your look? Run it down.
my look, I took inspiration from the One the Kill gorilla performance, specifically from Mingy. I ended up
Oh,
with a pair of white cargo pants and a white crop top with a white cropped tee underneath, with the edges of it all painted red and two red stripes going down the front, as well as a bunch of D rings going down the front. I wore white combat boots and white fishnet gloves. And I also had a gigantic ass, long ass fake ponytail.
you did, and it looked amazing.
And it looked really good. It was actually really fun because I was part of a random dance play and I got to dance Somi Dum Dum with that ponytail and I was like, wow, I could see why she did the ponytail.
Yeah, the ponytail's a whole moment,
It was a serve.
and you looked amazing.
So
And you stood out because you were wearing basically all white.
yes, actually, there was only there were like two other people I encountered that did the gorilla fits, those white fits, but they didn't have the red on theirs. So
Hmm.
I was literally one of a kind, the most recognizable thing there. My
Oh.
if my friends couldn't find me, they were like, "Oh, hey, have you seen the girl in like the red and white gorilla outfit?" And they knew exactly who they were talking about.
There were a lot of people that were dressed up really nice for Atlanta. They had like a whole costume contest during like the random play. And so I got to see a bunch of people's outfits. There were some people I recognized from TikTok, but I didn't
Woo!
want to like because everyone was doing a bunch of different things. I didn't really want to like say hi, and I also had to go do other things. But
Oh
regardless,
yeah.
everyone was dressed really nice.
Same with Arizona. A lot of people like there was one person I met actually did Hongjoong's Givenchy gorilla look,
Ooh.
and it was really cool. We had a bunch of
Oh,
different eras.
somebody was Beret Hongjung, like the red and black outfits with the beret.
I almost did that.
And they had like there was like a group of them. One of them was Mingy, and there was like a few other people
I
in that
love
group.
that. Um,
Um, my girlfriend Cal was Inception Songhwa,
my other
and they got
can
a lot of compliments on their outfit.
as they should.
Yes,
My other contender, and this is really funny because I actually ended up wearing this to KCON LA day one for ATs. My other contender was actually my suit, my the real suit.
that would have been so cute.
But I ended up with Gorilla Mingy, and I think Gorilla Mingy was definitely a
It was
slay.
a hit. Yeah.
It was a hit.
Um, my other
Moral of the
contender
story.
was like a gorilla inspired outfit, kind of the red and black ones, but specifically the one with Minky where you had like the half skirt going on.
Oh man. You
But
should
that
have
was
done
if
sheer shirt,
my
Mingy.
top from Taylor didn't come in time. But next concert, I will probably do that.
You should do that or sheer shirt, Mingy.
I'll think about it.
Next concert, if something doesn't blow me out of the water, the real suit will make a comeback.
Yes, but I think this upcoming comeback is going to have really good fits. I can just feel it. We're going to move on to talk about our general experiences now.
Oh boy. So
um,
should we start with good or start with bad?
let's get the bad stuff out the way. There wasn't too much bad for me, but I know there were some not great times for you.
All right. So do you have anything bad or do you want me to just launch right into mine?
The only thing bad for me was that the timing of this concert just wasn't optimal. Even though I went for my birthday and I'm very glad that I got to go, I was in the middle of moving. Um, I'm not doing well in school right now because of that, and also because I'm working. Um, my dad ended up getting sick, and then he got me sick, but I didn't find out until after the concert. Like I even took tests um before the concert, and they came negative. I wasn't sick until afterwards. Um, yeah, it was mostly just like life stuff, not stuff from the actual concert. It was
That's
the concert was kind of like my little oasis in the desert, if that makes sense.
aww.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. It was just mostly life stuff. I also just wasn't not feeling sick, but just like physically, like I was not having a good pain day. I was in so much pain the
Mm,
entire time. But 'tis life. It is what it is.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh God.
get your grievances out.
All right. So, I've talked about this on my TikTok before, but we're gonna rehash the drama because it makes for good podcast content. Uh, I was Sector VIP for Phoenix. For those that don't know, there were 3 tiers to the floor, which was ATINY VIP, Sector VIP, and then GA. I was the second tier Sector VIP, so I got like the second best entry, like all that good stuff, right? Um, we ended up lining up at about 7 a.m. and there was a rule on our property: you couldn't camp and you couldn't line up before 9 a.m. Some people said fuck the rules and made fan lines at about 7 a.m. So me and the person I was traveling with, Star, I love you, Star. Um, we ended up going at about 7 a.m. to line up. It's freezing cold. We're all sitting there. We're having a good time. And we ended up getting moved off of Westgate property, onto the sidewalk outside of the arena, right? Which makes perfect sense. It's off of the property, right?
Yeah,
So we get moved and it's a free for all. 0 out of 10 would not recommend because we were all in like numbered when we got into the
yeah.
fan line. And this group decided that they wanted to be at the front of the line and not move back to their original position. We were 60th in the line. They
Yeah.
were probably like 100 to 130th.
Yeah.
So they were back there.
So like
And
still pretty close to the front, but like not where you were.
no, we were closer. And they ended up cutting in front of everybody and they were like hassling security, being awful. Security was like punishing the rest of us for this one group, which I think they should have just let us go around that group and held the group there,
Yeah.
which would have been hilarious. But no, we ended up lining up late and they went from 130th in line to like 40th in line.
Hmm.
However, they were in the Arizona K-pop Discord.
Ah.
So we exposed what they did in the Discord, got them removed from the Discord. I spread the word to the banner project, and people were spreading the word to all the freebies.
Hmm.
And
So they didn't
we,
get any freebies or the banner.
to my knowledge, I didn't hand them a banner, and I was in charge of distributing to Sector VIP. I
Hmm.
don't know if they had a banner or not, but I did not hand them a banner, and I was in charge of distributing banners to Sector VIP.
You saying this made me remember some things, but I'm gonna let you finish.
And they ended up being across from me on like relatively the same side at Barricade. And
Mm.
they were on the side of Barricade that was not so fun because there were
Ah,
like little pockets of the barricade that weren't great.
yeah.
I was in one pocket for sound check, and then I managed to get dragged out of the pocket and go to the good pocket where I was for the rest of the concert.
Mm.
So sound check wasn't great, but oh, that's right. VIP got sound check, but the rest of it was fine. But just that morning, and this all happened. This all happened. What time do you think this happened?
Probably not past 10 in the morning.
This was 8:30 in the morning.
Yep.
I hadn't
I
even
was
had
like, it was
coffee yet.
probably an hour or two after you guys initially lined up.
I hadn't even had coffee yet. I was
Damn.
no makeup, in my tour shirt and sweats and my boots and my fucking huge jacket. No caffeine in me whatsoever. I looked a mess. I had rolled out of bed, thrown my hair up, and we were gone, booking it to get in line. 9 in the morning. Not
That's
even 9 in
gross.
the morning. Not even 9.
That's gross. This wasn't necessarily like um something bad at Atlanta specifically, but well, I don't know if it was just Atlanta or not, but nobody was communicating about merch. The only reason I knew where merch was because I had been to concerts at State Farm before. But other than that, if you had never been to a concert at State Farm before, Cal was looking on Twitter the entire time to see if anyone was talking about the merch line, and no one was talking about it.
Um, at Phoenix, you always knew where the merch. I knew exactly where the merch line was at any given time because the
Hmm.
merch line went all the way around where we were doing the random dance play. So if you see the random dance play, the people in the back behind that are in that line, yeah, that's the merch line.
Ah, okay. So the merch line at Atlanta, like pre-concert, wasn't that long, and I think it's because no one was communicating about merch.
And
And another
honestly,
thing about merch,
what were you gonna say? Because
I don't know.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Hello 82?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm wearing the tour shirt right now. It sucks.
the I got okay. I picked up my tour merch at one. Okay, so I lined up to pick up my tour merch at 1 p.m. the day before the concert because I knew that I just wanted to get my merch. I wanted to get my shirt. I wanted to get my lightsini, and I wanted to get out of there. Right. So
Yeah.
I slotted
I
for
just
1 p.m. pickup.
uh-huh.
I did not get out of there until 2.
Damn.
The line was that
And this
long.
was this for the pop-up or at the
Yes,
merch line?
this was for the pop up, and we were standing in the rain.
Jesus. Okay. So the pop-up wasn't that bad. Um, it was just like not really staffed, and you could tell that like the staff didn't really want to be there. Um, Cal and I were picking up some light tinnies, and I ended up getting the acrylic keychain set, even though that's not what I wanted, because that was the only thing that was left that I could buy at the pop-up.
I feel like what they did they didn't do what they needed to do, which was they were pre-selling a lot
No.
of merch. So they needed to bring the pre-sold merch and then they needed to bring extra merch of everything for people who wanted to buy at the pop-up.
Yes,
And then
especially stuff like the pickets and like the photo card and the photo books, because those are like the least expensive. So obviously those are gonna sell out first. What did they not have? Pickets, photo books.
the Mingy picket was sold out by the time I got up to the front of the line for the pop-up shop in Phoenix.
And specifically with Atlanta, the pop-up was open for 3 days.
Our pop-up was open for 2.
Our pop-up was open on from the 20th through the 22nd. Um, and it just felt like they were really unprepared because they had so many light tinny, but not a lot of anything else. And like
The
even when we went to the merch line at the arena, the only stuff they had was like the sweatshirt, the long sleeve shirt, and some t-shirts.
the merch tent was tiny at
And
Phoenix
the
too.
light tinny.
the merch tent should not have been as small as it was because we almost sold out Desert Diamond Arena. Desert Diamond Arena is roughly 18,000 capacity.
Yeah, and day
And
2 of Atlanta was basically sold out, and that's a 22,000 capacity seat,
the
like
merch
seating arena.
tent was maybe the size of my bedroom. Maybe. Probably smaller.
Okay, so for those who haven't been to State Farm Arena in Atlanta, merch is usually at Gate 7. Gate 7 has its own little like pop-up shop area where they can sell merch. Um, it's about the size of like a master bedroom. Like it's not very big at all. Um, but it has it's part of the building, so it has like heating and stuff like that. So it's not like you're like exposed to the elements while you're buying merch. Um, but yeah, literally the only stuff they had was like the shirts, the sweatshirts, and the light tinnies. They had so many light tinnies, which I will commend them on because usually that's what they run out of first at tours. However, um, they should. I will say they shouldn't have brought that many light tinnies because when ATs first announced that tour, there was like a month time gap between when they first announced the tour and when they announced Light Tinny version 2.
Lightning
So
version
in
2
that,
literally became available right before the tour.
literally, they announced Light Tinny version 2, and then like a week later, is when they announced like the official dates for the tour. So in that month time span, everyone had literally bought up the rest of Light Tinny version 1, then had to buy tickets, and then buy Light Tinny version 2 if they had any money for it.
They should have made a lot more room, especially for the two things that I heard they ran out of the most were the crew necks and the
Yeah.
pickets.
I got the crew neck because I saw the design on the sweatshirt where they were like all standing, and I immediately was like, that's gonna crack in the wash.
It did.
Yep, it did.
It did.
Um,
And also the break
my
the wall
girlfriend got
lettering
one.
is flaking off.
Oh yeah, the break the wall lettering is flaking off on mine too. But I saw Cal's. They literally brought it home, washed it the next day, cracked.
This
And
okay.
I have photos from when they washed it. Literally the first day they
They
washed it,
yeah,
when it came out the dryer, it's cracked. And the
they
material that they made the sweatshirts out of is horrible.
they sold these shirts, right? They they released washing instructions for the shirt. We had to figure out how to wash these shirts, right? This shirt was
Yeah.
$50.
Yeah.
If I am
And the
spending
sweatshirt my girlfriend got
$50
was
on
like
a
70.
shirt, if I am spending $50 on a shirt, I should be able to throw that shit in the washer and dryer no fucking problem. If I could throw a $5 Hanes t-shirt in the wash and it comes out looking brand fucking new, why is a $50 shirt cracking?
Yeah, and even better, I heard it's happening with the bomber jacket, and that bomber jacket was $200.
That bomber jacket was $200.
The only like thing I've heard really good reviews about in terms of wearable merch was the sling bag. And guess what they ran out of? The sling bag.
Oh, they ran out of that like day one.
Like when I was at the pop-up, I was like, "Oh, do you guys have any sling bags?" And they were like, "No." And I was like, "Okay, do you think they might have any at the merch line?" They said, "I don't know." So there was already that. And then we didn't even know where the merch line was on day 1. We assumed that's where it was, but then by the time we got over there, we were already leaving the arena, so we didn't want to pay another $15 for parking.
It was a mess. I
Because
love
there was
listen.
literally no communication about where merch was.
I love Hello 82 for what they've done for ATs. I am
Yes,
a streaming and voting resource distributor. I'm a physical sales distributor. So, Hello 82 has been instrumental in making ATs as successful as they have been, especially in foreign charts such as Billboard. Without Hello
yes.
82, we would not have done what we did on Billboard at all.
One of their
Comma,
like videos that they made with ATs literally got me like solidified me as an ATINY.
comma. This
They should never
tour's
make merch again.
merch was so poorly done. Um,
They should never do it again unless they're gonna do it right,
my
especially with the quality and how much they were charging for it.
my Eric Nam merch looks not the sweatpants really, but the tote still looks brand new.
Including ATs, I've been to 5 concerts this year. I've gotten merch at all of them. The ATs merch is like the worst.
The ATs, I went to KCON LA and that merch still looks beautiful. Like if you see my tote bag or my hoodie, they're still bright, vibrant, and they're still gorgeous.
I got merch at the One Us concert. I got a tote bag and an album. The tote bag is fine. Um, at Twice, I got a shirt. The shirt is fine. It's screen printed, so like you can tell it's not gonna crack anytime soon. And the shirt's really soft, so like I don't even mind that I paid like basically the same amount I paid for the AT's merch.
No, because if you're
I
paying
went
$50
to
for a shirt, you want it to be high quality.
Yeah,
This
literally.
feels like
I also
no,
went to Monster
no.
X. I actually didn't get merch at Monster X, I lied. But I did get merch at 17. I got the crop top. The only issue with that is that because it's a raw edge, it rolls up because it's t-shirt material. Other than that, the print on it is fine, and I've washed it like at least 4 times now. I'm honestly afraid to put mine in the wash again because the letters are like flaking off, and I'm just like they're gonna disintegrate.
Yeah, you have to wash it a certain way. And if you're paying $50 for a shirt, why do I have to wash it a certain way?
Literally. I think first time I watched it inside out, and I think that's what saved it a little bit. But even then, like I shouldn't have to remember to put it inside out.
Yeah, why am I having to do a whole special cycle just for my goddamn AT's tour shirt when I can literally just take my
Also,
Eric Nom sweats and my KCON hoodie, throw them in the same washing machine with a whole bunch of other shit, and they look perfectly fine.
yeah. Again, I love Hello 82. I know it was probably like a contract thing. They should have gone through Sub K Shop because I have some of their Sub K Shop merch. I got it as a gift for my birthday last year. Um, Amazing quality, and I've watched it literally a billion times.
My Sub K hoodies that I have, because I bought both of their AT's hoodies that they did, I adore both of them, and they both have literally one of them is over a year old at this point, and it still
Yeah,
looks perfect.
literally. Again, I got my sweatshirt
Both of
last
them are a
year
year old
for
now.
my birthday last year, so they're over a year. It's over a year old now, and it still looks basically.
It's
So I'm just saying they could have done way better. Not only could they have prepared their staff better and just had better supplies, like better supply for the days that they had set up for their merch, but they also could have just had better quality merch. Positive concert experiences. Um, my day was Atlanta Day 2. I already said that, but we got Sexy Mingy. um,
we got Sexy Minky.
Sexy Mingy. One thing I will say about that is that Yosong was being cryptic for no reason.
Was he?
Okay, so um, they were like, okay, who's going to do the next thing? Because Mingy had already done Egyo, and then San was gonna do something sexy, and then they were like, oh well, it's not good
San was
enough,
gonna do something sexy.
teasing him.
Shocker.
But then they were like, oh, it's not good enough, you're not being sexy enough, blah 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 blah, teasing San because they love to tease San. And then they were like, okay, what do you want to do? And he was like, okay, I'll do some Egyo, and so he did Egyo, and so they were like, okay, who's gonna be the last person? And then they were like, okay, Yosung, you're gonna decide who goes last. And he's like, okay, leave the fate of who goes next up to my pocket. And literally everyone went, huh?
His pocket?
He's like, his pocket.
Context?
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
So he said that the entire stadium went, what? And he said, okay, I'm gonna pull something out of my pocket. Let the person who
Oh,
goes
he
next, their
plotted
fate
that.
is going to be decided by my pocket. And then he pulls out Mingy's coat button. He goes, whose button is this? And it was Mingy's.
He just wanted to.
And
He
since
just wanted to roast him on stage.
literally, um, and so since you had already done Egyo, we all started chanting "Sexy Mingy, Sexy Mingy," and then I'm sure everyone has seen the clip of
We've
him
all.
grinding on the stage
Mhm.
and going all out in those velvet pants.
Yeah, we all witnessed that. We all saw that.
Yeah, and because that specific part of the concert wouldn't leave my conscious alone for like weeks. I'm exaggerating, but like it wouldn't leave me alone.
No, you're
I
not.
ended up
No.
drawing it.
You,
I
and
mean like the amount of time it's been bothering me because I drew
it's
it like within a week of the concert.
it's great. It's a great picture.
I'm still debating on whether or not I want to post it because I
Post it.
haven't posted
Post it.
it. I
Listen,
will.
let me just channel my energy song real quick. Post it.
Okay, I will.
Ghost it. Post it.
Yeah. So Yosong being cryptic led to sexy Mingi.
Thank you, Yosong.
Thank you, Yosong. um, I guess we can take turns. Give me one positive experience.
I got my YN moment at the Real at the Random Dance Play. For those of you that don't know, I am the Real fangirl ride or die. That is my favorite AT song of all time. One of my favorite songs of all time. I got San Saturi line tattooed on my right arm because I just love the song so much. And it played during the Random Dance Play. So I yelled, this is on video, I yelled, ran out into the middle, and all of a sudden, two people who I found out were from LA, they weren't even from Phoenix, ran behind me both in black, and I'm in my full white outfit. So I yell my or Irongebara mo Shingira, and I'm center for the Real in this random
As you
dance
should.
play in front of the entire concert, basically.
As you should.
And it was incredible. And the two girls ended up finding me on Instagram, and they were so sweet.
One pre-concert thing is that I got to meet Taylor. Me and Taylor have been mutuals for a while, and again, they made my top, so it was really fun getting to meet them. We didn't get to talk for a super long time, but we took pictures together, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I also got to meet a longtime mutual of mine. I got to meet my mutual star, Nicole, who is like basically one of my ATINY moms. She's been a follower of mine, and we've been mutuals for years and years and years. She actually sent me my AT's the fan kit I have. Um,
Oh,
she sent me that because she had an extra one and she gave it to me. And we finally got to meet, and it was absolutely amazing. And I appreciate it, and I love her. And she's just the sweetest person on the face of the earth.
oh, we should talk about Hongjung.
Hongjung. So,
Hongjung.
we were both part of a tour-wide project. A mutual of ours, Steph,
Mummy Mayhem on TikTok.
Mummy Mayhem 23 on TikTok, adopted a goose in Hongjung's name and named him Hongjung. So I proposed a funny idea like, hey, what if we pranked Hongjung? And it turned into Steph creating this whole project where all of us had like the same sign. And the sign said, 홍충 선장님 캐나다에서 기다리고 있어요, which means
Yeah.
Captain
Hongjung is waiting
Hongjung.
for you in Canada.
Yes. And we all had this sign, and at like pretty much all of the tour stops, someone had that sign and showed it to Hongjung.
Originally I was gonna hold it up. Okay. So originally I was supposed to be seated in the 200 section. Last minute we decided to upgrade our tickets to section 107, and it was right across from the catwalk. But before we had upgraded our seats, we had met people in line for merch, and we kind of hung around them for a couple hours before the concert, and they're super sweet. Um, and they held up the sign for us because they had floor seats. So I'm not 100% sure if he saw it because I wasn't there. However, I got someone on the floor to hold it for me, and they were trying to find me after the concert, but we were just trying to avoid concert traffic, and so they just ended up leaving him in the courtyard. So I hope whoever found Hongjung, I hope you're taking good care of him.
Hongjung saw mine.
Yes,
Because
he saw yours.
he made a face that only Hongjung can make. The thoroughly confused what? And then he walked away. And I was like, oh, hey, Steph, he saw it. It was like a split second reaction, but I knew he read my sign because he was confused.
Very. So yeah, project success.
Currently.
Oh, and Steph got recognized in Canada because her hair was bright red.
Yes.
Like Uyong. And Uyong was like, oh, your hair looks like mine.
Hey. Oh, update on our little Hongjung boy. There's a stuffed goose that Steph was supposed to get to Hongjung. For the Hongjung project. She wasn't able to get it on stage to him. So she is mailing it to KQ.
Aww.
And I'm going to be writing a letter to KQ as well, and probably an email saying like, hey, here's this package that's coming in the mail from this person. The package is fine. This is what it is. explaining in Korean
About Hongjoong.
about Hongjung and asking them politely if they could get it to Hongjung.
Speaking of sending things to KQ, Taylor was at the fan sign in LA. And Yosong asked for Gorilla Gloves, and so they're gonna make gloves and try to send it to KQ.
Cute. Any other concert experiences we should talk about?
Oh, okay. So I've performed on a stage before, right? I know ATs can't see shit past like row 2 of the crowd. I know. Am I still going to convince myself that Wooyoung looked at me directly in my eyes? Yes.
Oh, you're gonna make me tell it. You're gonna make me tell it.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't gonna make you. That was just me being me.
No, but like you should delude yourself. Feed the Delulu.
Oh yeah.
Do it.
I don't even like men. I'm feeding the Delulu. That's my twin right there. I better feed the Delulu.
As you should.
Oh, are you gonna say your thing about Sunghwa?
I gotta tell it. So for those that don't know, I was like at the AT's concert. I was like post, not breakup because we weren't really dating, but it was like heartbreak. So it was like post heartbreak.
Situationship.
I was not doing good. So I'm filming. I'm the one heat topping, and I'm filming Wooyoung doing his little dancey dance, and I pan over to Songhwa just doing his thing, and it comes to the end of the song. It's like doing that wind down thing, and Songhwa starts like strolling around, and I swear to you, this man makes eye contact with my camera and continues to stare at my camera for the
As he should,
finale
'cause you're
of
hot.
the song. I don't know why. The running joke is my outfit looked like Padme's outfit from Revenge of the Sith.
I love that joke, but also you're hot, so as he should.
But I don't know why. And it was just like
I just think it's because your outfit stood out because you're wearing all white with the red stripes.
I was in all white and red in like a sea of black. So that's gotta be it. But also like
Yeah.
why did he just keep and he looked back at me. There was like they were walking, it was in the middle of Rocky, it was during the bridge, and they're walking up the catwalk back. And I swear to God, this man turns, looks at me again, and then keeps walking. And I'm like,
I don't know. Those ATs dudes are known for eye contact, and it scares me.
they're like if Taehyun cloned herself 8 times and made them
And
boys and debuted
yeah,
them. They can find a camera anywhere.
literally. Except that one time at Mama 2019. 2019? 2020?
That wasn't his
2020.
fault.
Yeah, I know that wasn't his fault. But it still ended up with a really cool ending fairy.
A legendary one. But yeah, I got noticed by Park Sung-hwa of ATEEZ multiple times.
Is Cyberpunk gonna be its own whole section?
I don't know if I could talk about Cyberpunk.
I was in section 107, right? Chloe had pointed out to me during Cyberpunk. Chloe's my best friend. I had got tickets for her because she's engaged, so that was my engagement gift to her. And there was this dad behind us, and she had pointed out to me that he was very unamused. Basically the entire time, but especially during Cyberpunk, very unamused.
Oh no! I'm sorry, I would never take my father to an ATEEZ concert.
On the bright side, there was a mom in front of us. She was having so much fun.
Oh God, no! I told
So
you
like,
what. I told you at the beginning of Cyberpunk what happened, right? It was just like a little tiny moment. You know my bad habit of cursing really loudly in front of K-pop idols?
Did they hear you?
I know they didn't hear me. I was not close enough. But like I think they heard me during KCON, but probably not in No. No, because I didn't realize Cyberpunk was starting. Like I heard it, but it didn't kind of click that it was starting. So I was like looking around, I was watching everything. I was like kind of getting my bearings with the concert hall because I need to do that sometimes. Because if I don't, I'll like start getting woozy because I get the bright lights make me a little bit,
Yeah.
So I'm like getting my bearings, and all of a sudden my friend goes, Yuna. I'm like, what? And I turn and there's Sun. And I'm like, oh on the chair. And I went, oh shit.
So like I didn't realize what was happening because like the lights were off, and then all of a sudden I see like silhouettes of them all sitting in the chairs, and then I hear the like that first
The little
note of the song, and I went, oh my God.
No, guys, I saw, I turned, and there he was doing his little move, and I went, "Oh shit!" out loud.
No, literally the entire time I went, "Oh my god, I'm not ready. I'm not fucking ready." I think this happened at every stop, but it's hard to explain to people that weren't there. But it was during second pre-chorus. There's a part where Yosong like
Oh,
trails his hand from one knee to the other, like where his legs are spread apart while he's sitting down. So like the big screen is just Yosong crouch.
yeah.
Chloe and I were on the floor.
Yeah, it was really funny. This girl, I had never met her before, but now we're actually really good friends. We're both like, cheering, we're jamming, we're vibing, and then all of a sudden we just see that scene on screen. We both grab each other.
Oh yeah, like that happened, and I go, "Oh!"
You heard everyone in the audience start like screaming.
No, and you know what? I hate these men because at the fan sign, whenever they ask like what their favorite thing to perform is, Songhwan San, one of the answers they give is cyberpunk because they're like, "Oh, we know what you're thinking." Okay, just because you're right doesn't mean you have to say it out loud.
What?
Yeah, and even Yosong was like, "I really like performing cyberpunk because like the energy's just different."
Sir, sir, that's
Right.
tension.
Yeah, he said. I think he used the word tension.
Girl. Oh, speaking of tension, Phoenix is very hard to pronounce if you don't have an X sound or a F sound in your language.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So we're taking the selkas because they take the concert selfies at the end, and we're all taking the selkas, and they're like 1, 2, 3, ATs, 1, 2, 3, ATINY, and we hear and he's like, I want to do one basically. So he gets it like we should do 1, 2, 3 penis, and we all go no.
No, I saw a video of somebody else who was on floor that they posted on TikTok. And literally he goes, 1, 2, 3, penis. And you hear silence and then what is
We
it's
all
just like the
knew he
whole
meant
crowd
Phoenix.
erupting into confusion
We all
and
knew he
laughter.
meant Phoenix, but just
Yes, but it was
so
just like everyone
San
going, did he say what I thought he
frantically
said?
San frantically correcting him through laughter. He says,
Fine.
"Oh,
They got there
Phoenix,
eventually.
Phoenix, oh, Phoenix," and we all went, "Yeah, Phoenix."
They got there eventually.
They
It's an
were
honest
so
mistake.
careful all night. They were so careful. They pronounced Phoenix so hard, and then all of a sudden, the one time they
It's
got
like
comfortable, it's
Phoenix
Phoenix,
too. But like
Penis.
he was so comfortable and now I feel bad.
It was really
Cause like
funny.
yeah, it was like a little funny haha moment, but then like throughout the rest of the tour, like he spoke English, but just like not as much as the other members.
Which I really wish I could like talk to him about that and be like, dude, it was really funny and nothing more.
Yeah, like
It
literally none of
happens.
us are like mad at you. None of us are like ridiculing you, whatever. English
No,
is hard.
we're laughing because it's funny. We're not laughing at
Yeah.
you. We're laughing at the situation. Did your light stick break?
No.
Neither did mine.
Cal and I were talking about that. We were like, how hard are y'all shaking these light sticks? How hard were y'all shaking them?
What I think
Were you
happened
like,
was a lot of people were taking the tops off of their light sticks to deco them before, and I don't think they were properly securing them back in. I did nothing to my light stick except put batteries in it the second we walked into the concert hall, and it literally did not move.
a lot of people said that the bottom where the battery pack is secured in also fell out for them because it's kind of like a medicine bottle mechanism, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you
So
have to
like
like
unless
push it in and click it into place.
yeah, and it's the same thing with the top. I got both of them back like off and back on securely. So that's why I'm just like, how hard were y'all shaking these things?
Yeah, it was honestly the light sticks, I love them. They're so much prettier in person. I love it.
Yes, when they first released the pictures, I was just kind of like, but I didn't have a light tinny to begin with, so I was gonna get it anyways. They're so much prettier in person.
They're gorgeous in person. The gold is just so pretty.
And I like the all the different colorways. And the app, in terms of like other light stick apps, 10 out of 10.
It was a little bit iffy for me because I didn't know how it was going to connect with the Bluetooth because my light stick was connected and then it would say it was not connected. However, everything
Yeah,
went I turned my light stick on when
that
it
was
went
the
dark.
only thing
I turned my light stick on
that
when it
I
went
was
dark
worried about.
and it didn't
Yeah,
turn on and I was like, "What's going on?" And then all of a sudden it started flashing red and I went, "Oh, it's working."
Yeah, that was my thing too. Like I thought it wasn't connecting because it kept saying it was disconnected, but then once the concert started, it was fine.
And the fact that it's wired to the music video, so I'm probably gonna have my light stick with me when this new music video debuts because they're probably gonna have it synced up.
Ooh, I forgot about that. But yeah, in terms of like other apps for light sticks, because I've also tried the carrot bong one. This one is the easiest one I've used so far. I've also tried the army bomb one, but I ended up breaking my army bomb. Overall, concert, 10 out of 10.
Um,
Um,
Life changing.
I'm gonna say 9.5 out of 10 because there were some songs that I wish they could have performed, but I understand why they didn't. Also, again, life was not having a good time with me around that time, so it was kind of like my oasis in the desert. It's just like situational stuff I wish I could change, but overall, it was really great, and it was kind of the best concert I had this year, and out of all five of them.
Honestly, same. Just based on everything that happened, I'd give it like a 9.7 to a 10 because
Yeah.
yeah, we had that little snafu in the morning, and there was a little bit of a snafu during sound check, but the second answer started playing, um, this is actually I've been an AT stan since 2018, and I've never seen them I saw them at KCON LA, but I've never been to an AT's concert. And this was
Yeah,
their first time ever coming to Phoenix. The second
I
answer
didn't.
started playing, it was everything was just immediately a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, and I've been at ATINY since like late 2019, early 2020. And I didn't get to go to their first tour at the beginning of the year because tickets sold out really fast. And even though I was keeping my eye on resale, I ended up getting COVID, so I couldn't go. Um,
Yeah,
so
beginning of
like
2020, they the last concert they did was actually the concert that was on my birthday, and then they were back in Korea for quarantine.
yeah, and I have both concert DVDs, but like when they started touring again in 2022, I couldn't go. So like finally being able to go after being an ATNY for like what, almost 3 years? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
almost
kind
three
of like
years.
it was fulfilling, especially like again, seeing Mist and Win. Win was super exciting. For those who don't know, Win and Mist are kind of like what solidified me as an Uyong stan. Um, because I was listening to Wind for the first time and I heard the chorus where he goes, "우리 배는 편도로 manga," and I like felt chills. And I was like, "Who is that?" And so like basically ever since then, been on the Uyong train. And then I heard Mist, and I was like, "Oh, he got pipes too." So it was like even better. And like when Mist started, I was fine, and then we got to the chorus and I involuntarily just started crying. Like I thought I was going to be fine cuz I don't know. I try not to be super emotional person. And like songs like do help me like manage my emotions a lot and blah 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 blah. AT saved my life, you know the deal. But in general, I try not to be like super emotional, and like I kind of wanted to just be in the moment and like listen to the songs, but like hearing the chorus of Mist, I like literally couldn't help it. I just started crying. And I think also just like first time seeing ATs for my birthday was like also like playing a part in that as well.
Answer and also my way at the beginning of the year. Well, all right, we're gonna get a little bit deep for a second. In 2020, I was not okay, and I hadn't been okay for quite some time, and I wasn't okay for quite some time after that. But I made a promise to myself that I would live to see ATs in real life at a concert. And the second answer started playing, it sank in that, like, you lived, you did it, you're standing right here, they're right there. And it's when it sank in, it just kind of all hit me at once. And they played songs like My Way and Mist, which got me through some of my hardest times. And it was like, this is you did it. You did it.
Yeah.
And then Stonewall cured my heartbreak. So it was like
Ah. These past few years, like 2020, 2019, honestly, up until now, have not been good to me at all.
felt
Well, even 2018, because That's when I started having like my health issues. Getting into ATs in like 2020 and then like being able to see them in person was like, it's not like I had consciously made that promise to myself, but even then, especially during Mist, I was like, whoa, I'm here. I was super hyped the entire time. But then like especially like with like some of the more emotional songs like Mist and Sunrise and like, you know, I was just kind of like, I'm here. And like when I thought like I couldn't like get out of bed or like function enough to hold a job, I'm here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that was really fun. It was really cool to like actually be able to like do that. And it's so weird to be like, I don't know. I look up to these dudes like a lot, which is kind of weird because they're like basically my same age. But like I look up to them a lot. And so like again, seeing them in person, it was just kind of like, wow.
Oh yeah, no, same. I look up to them a lot, and just kind of getting to see them like they're right there in front of you. It's like, oh wow, oh my god.
Yeah.
I
It's like
wouldn't have had any of the opportunities I've had this past year alone without them. So like we wouldn't have met without them.
literally,
So concert rating. You said 9.5, I say 9.7.
yes.
5 out of 5
It's
stars, 2 out of 2 butts.
3 Michelin stars. No, 5-star Michelin in the
8
words
makes
of
one
Felix.
butt.
8 makes 1 butt. We outie.
All right. Thank you guys so
Have
much
a
for
nice
joining.
day, guys.
Thanks for joining us for the concert edition of the Cromercast. Make sure you guys break that wall with your philos.
I was just gonna say that. Keep breaking the wall with your feelings. Spread it all around. We are the
We're the
gorillas.
gorillas.
Have a nice day.
And tune back here pretty soon. We're going to have this episode coming up as well as another episode. And then we get to talk about the comeback.
Yes.
All right.
We have 1 theory tinny, 1 dumb tinny. We'll see how this goes.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.